G'day, Brother-me. How you doing? Welcome to, finally, a stream. How you doing, Data Gnomes? I can dare it. Rubble redeeming first. Data Gnome, welcome back for 43 months. Look who's here. Did we manage to show up? Oh, we did manage to show up. Yep. Jetty's alive. Jetty's 100% alive. It's been a shit week. Been a shit week full of problems. Barely? No. I've had not enough time and too many things to do. Way too many things to do. Everything okay? Everything's fine. Just not enough time. It's a case of not enough time. This week has just been, yeah. Welcome to IRL. No, IRL's always horrible. I expect a premium rant. You're not going to get a premium rant. You won't even get... You'll get a minor one, okay? It's just a minor one of, shit. Yep. How many cars will crash this weekend? 0, I hope. I don't know. Sassy's gone off. Boo, I want my money back. Talk about. Look. I do have car news. Look, you only need 171 hours this week, but I only gave you 168. I needed way more than 171. About 190. Yeah. Let's put it this way. I'm normally in bed by, let's call it 11 a.m. 2 o'clock at the latest. I've been going to bed at 6 p.m. or later. 6 p.m. No, yesterday was 6 p.m. I believe, and like Monday and Tuesday were both 8 p.m. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. The week only holds 168. I know, I just need more. I need like 190. I need 190. It's just been a bad week. A really bad week. Okay. So, the MG, I finally got news on Monday. After Fair Trading New South Wales, that we're going to, tell you within 2 weeks whether they have decided to follow up with your claim or not in regards to the MG. Or, and then I should be in touch with a consultant to handle my claim in 2 to 4 weeks is expected. Either way, welcome back. You've been missed. Thank you, Gabriel. I appreciate it. I haven't enjoyed pushing back the stream times. I've done it on Twitch. I've done it on YouTube. I haven't worried about Twitch. I haven't updated the schedule. I haven't looked at anything. Actually, I think one of the schedules I deleted, but that's as far as I got. I have a car story. I drove 1 hour to dealer to do a test drive a car, but they sold the car before I could drive it, so wasted 2.5 hours. Also, do they want me to test drive a different model that I don't have any interest in? Well. According to Australian consumer law, find all this out after the fact, that the car I test drive, I expect to be the car I buy. So they let me test drive the premium model and then sold me the base model. So technically, as I test drove the premium one, and that's what they have proof of, then in theory, I should get the premium model at the base model price, because that's what I bought. Otherwise, they would have told me, bad luck, we don't have that one, you can't test drive it, and that would be it. But yeah, find that out after the fact. Well after the fact. I'll be at Fair Trading contacted me on Monday, and long story short, they're like, well, so on today's agenda, Shapez2 1.0 release, we're going to look at manufacturing mode, being the new mode they added. So, Fair Trading contacted me back And their answer was a very simple one. Because they thought I was arguing about a repair done to the car. The problem is the dealership hasn't repaired any of the faults, even though they've had 3 attempts at it. And according to Australian Competitor Consumer, I don't know, I can't remember what the last C stands for. The ACCC, right? And a new car guarantee, I think it's called. The car has to be safe, it has to be roadworthy, it has to be this, and this. And one of these cars that normally you don't really drive the car, you get later. Oh, no, this is going to be the same model, that's all. It doesn't have to be the exact same car. It just has to be the same model. Make it model. Yeah. So, they've emailed me back. Well, they tried calling me on Friday, turns out, and then I called them. Oh, Monday I tried to call them and got no answer, and tried calling repeatedly. Model and trim are different. Yeah. What do you mean model and trim are different? Trim is just the color code for the car. Duh. Anyway, how you doing, Lee Priestley? And who else we had show in? Tremaine Nutter, Evo Mike. Who else have we had drop in recently? I think it's everybody.
Like a boss.
Oh, there's a new one. I text page. What about for 66 months? Hi, how you doing? Welcome back. And I don't know, we were streaking past at 75. I want to look at this. Give on you. How you doing? How you doing, Vegeta? What's tomorrow's run? Cat Ministry? Tomorrow being Saturday, probably. I don't know. Traumatic Nutter, 3 days ago. 3 days ago is the answer. I took time off 3 days ago to get dubbed. Well, I allocated time 3 days ago to get it done. We can see how this week's gone. Alright, let's finish King of Hill. Premium, Pro, Premium, Pro Plus, a trims here. I don't understand. Even Mike, well done. So like, okay, Bilbo. So I bought an MG4. Yeah, and I bought the 51 size battery, which is the Excite model. I demand a shin kick. Good luck. Okay, so you're referring to trims as different classes of the same vehicle, whereas that's a model and a make. Here refer to model, make, a class. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not a car person. We've made that completely obvious many times. So, Fair Trading contacted me Friday. I missed the call because they called at like 3:30 in the afternoon, whatever time it was. I was asleep by then. Found the email because they didn't leave a voicemail. They just sent me an email. So found the email, called them on Monday. After stream it would have been? No, I didn't stream on Monday. I took Monday off. So called them on Monday because I wanted to get this solved and dealt with. No answer. So I called them back several times during the day, got an automated voicemail. The person handling the case works from like 7:30 in the morning through till 3:30 in the afternoon. So I was up till 3:30 in the afternoon waiting to hear, hoping to hear back. Also shot them an email, didn't get a reply. So whatever, maybe they just took Monday off. You know, you work for the government, of course you take days off where and when you feel like it. So then Tuesday morning, I was on the phone at 7:30 a.m. because, well, that's when the voicemail says, that's when they start working. So called them up, 7:30 in the morning, ready to go, ready to have a chat about the car. They took the whole complaint, and being a government department, doesn't matter how many words are required to explain the fault, because you've got to also submit it through an online form, you're limited to like 4,000 characters or less, which I promptly filled up, I don't know, 6 times over. And then they're requesting more information, which, you know, maybe if they'd let me put it in more than 4,000 characters to start with, I could have put in all the information right square one. So I spoke to them, found out the more information they want, found out that they were treating it as a repair gone wrong, not as a issue with the safety of the car. What the car is, I gotta get the exact wording. Open that. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. 15-page email later. Okay. All right. Let's do this. So, according to Terrace, I see JD's getting Shapez2. Yeah. I've enjoyed Shapez2 first time round, and I've had access for a little while. I have to talk about the video that was meant to go out 6 hours ago now, but went out late because YouTube, which was a sponsored video. Again, I'd appreciate it if you went and had a look-see and added your view count to the video. It very, very much help me. Where are we? Get shareable link. Can I put that shareable link in here? Cool. Cool. I'd very much appreciate if you go have a look at that. You know, play it in the background, mute it. I don't mind. You're here for the live streams. You're gonna get to see a lot more content in the live stream than you will in the original video. But we'll talk about those problems in a minute. I'm still on Tuesday problems. So, spoke to Fair Trading. So, your rights can't be removed. That's very important in Australian consumer law. They apply to new cars. Be of acceptable quality. That is safe, durable, and free from defects. Be fit for purpose. And yeah, that has to be disclosed before sale. Match the description provided or demo model, which I didn't get to drive a demo model. And what was the other one there was? This is the car manufacturer's promise about your new car and what they will do if something goes wrong. Typically allows you to choose preferred repair. No, blah blah blah. Extended warranty. Blah 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 blah. Major failure. If your car cannot be fixed or it's too difficult to fix your car within a reasonable amount of time, due to manufacturing defect and cannot be repaired or too difficult to repair within a reasonable amount of time, you can qualify for a major repair. Major failure. Major failure means reject the car. Choose between a repair, refund, replacement, or refund. Yeah, I was trying to get a refund for the car because of all the problems we've had. If as a reasonable consumer who is aware of the nature and extent of the failure, you would have not bought the car. I.e., if I had known the emergency lane keeping assist would drag me into oncoming traffic, I probably wouldn't have bought the car. So, a failure prevents you from using the car. It cannot be fixed within a reasonable time. Yep, like a year. And if the failure creates an unsafe condition, your car has a fault that affects your ability to brake or steer the car easily. Well, when the emergency lane keeping assist takes over, it has a little worm gear that forces the physical steering wheel to move the direction the car wants it to move in. And only with the emergency lane keeping assist. Normal lane keeping assist, you can override it, but with the emergency lane keeping assist, it just does what it wants. And yeah, it's a worm gear. They're incredibly powerful. Fair Trading said, we probably can't help with getting a refund because they were thinking it was a repair to the car. I have then had to email all the details that couldn't fit in the original emails, blah, 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 complaint, and also outline that, I'm not really going for a repair to the car because they haven't been able to repair it, and it's been over a year, and they've had 3 attempts. I think it's a major fault to the car, a major safety fault to the car, and hence I'm looking for a full refund on the car, which is funny because I think the new models are cheaper than the older models. Whatever. I'm not trying to hit them up for damages. I'm not trying to hit them up for, the paint protection, the window tinting, the matte covers, all this sort of stuff I've added to the car since I bought it. All these things that I've purchased. I'm just trying to get the original refund price of the car. That's the only thing I was trying to recoup, so to speak. But the car ran out of rego in early Feb. It's then, whilst waiting to hear back from the MG dealership, who never bothered contacting me back, we have spoken to them. We have sent them an email with our complaint copy from what we're sending to the Fair Trading, plus a full history of the car and all the problems we've had and blah, blah, blah. And the dealership hasn't even bothered replying. So sent all that off to Fair Trading, which was Tuesday. Took me all of Tuesday to do because I had to go back and backtrace every single thing, make sure it was all in one email, in concise, in order. And then finally, after doing that, finally crashed out Tuesday. But that meant the videos I had recorded for Tuesday never got edited, never got thumbnailed. Then had Wednesday play catch up, getting videos edited, etc. And then that led me through Wednesday, which I canceled the stream. And that led me into Thursday, where I was sort of catching up at this point. But I had a Shapez2 sponsored video that was meant to go out Thursday night. Thursday night was meant to go out. And it wasn't quite ready. It was still in the final editing process. Turns out, after all the shit that's gone on this week, on Thursday, whilst going through and editing that video, that my second hard drive, can I do that for 2 seconds? Can I go to here? Sure, it doesn't show anything. Cool. When I bought the PC, no, I want this one. When I bought the PC, I chose just 2 hard drives. 2 hard drives? 2 SSD hard drives? No, 2 NVMe hard drives. 2 of them, I chose to buy Kingston's. A little bit cheaper than Samsung, which I normally buy, but I'd heard that Kingston was very good and very reliable at a very much discounted price. One of them has already been set up for warranty. This is the one that I don't use pretty much ever. This one was the one that had my cache files on for my editing software, which meant yesterday, whilst trying to edit the final parts of the video, my hard drive just went into 10,000 millisecond seek times to access any files. You could still read off the file, you could still read the files and everything else. You just had to wait forever for anything to happen. It's the second one, because the first one's already faulted with the exact same issue and been sent off for warranty. So this one, which had all the editing bits and pieces, like the main project files. So none of the data files are there. The cache files are there, but I don't really use a cache because all my hard drives are fast enough that I don't really need a cache. So that hard drive failed halfway through the editing process, which means the Shapez video that went out to YouTube in theory 6 hours ago was not the final cut. It was the what I was working on previously, because I had to restore a backup, because I have the cloud backup run every night or every day. So it had an earlier copy that I could then use to get an older edit, to then finally render the file, upload the file, thumbnail the file, blah, 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 blah. It's about 20 minutes longer than it should be. And turns out the first render I'd done had 15 minutes worth of extra black screen on the end, which YouTube is still processing off, and in theory will be done in 4 minutes, this says. Yes. But because, well, that means the video went out longer than it should have. I really had about 20 minutes cut out of it. And to top everything else off, when uploading to YouTube, because I'd already put in like the thumbnail and all the other details, the video got stuck in processing hell for... I got up at 2 a.m. So we're stuck in, I'm thinking about processing a video for 6 hours prior to actually processing the video. Shapes. And because I've had the problems with the hard drive, it turns out that I've recorded the middle section of that video now 3 times because I couldn't load the footage for it at all. So it was quicker to go re-record it than it was to go back and edit it. Yeah. So, yes. I've had one shit week with just delay after delay after delay, and I still have the Kingston NVMe drive in the machine, which means if I do anything that accesses E drive or whatever drive it is, problems happen. My opinion is that memory is maybe SSD, never ever. Well, yeah, it was cheap, and I'm like, they're scratch drives. I don't need them. It just turns out if the drive didn't exist at all, the editing software would probably boot without a problem. But because the drive exists and it's just incredibly slow, but it exists, then it waits to access those files rather than just throwing up an error saying the files don't exist. If the files didn't exist, it just means like my editing timeline, I'd be missing thumbnail previews. I don't care. I can live without them. So just a shit week of everything going wrong. I've already hit that. I have. Cool. So today I want to go look at manufacturing mode, which is the new mode out of Shapez2. And you could have taken the file system offline. Yeah, I found out I could have after the fact. After the fact. After I'd fucked around till 6 p.m. dealing with the problem. Okay. Cool. I want to go into manufacturing mode. I do not want to. So map generation is spiral. That's perfectly fine. I do not. Hindsight is very clear. Yeah, gotcha. I don't want to turn on any of the challenges. You could turn on challenges, like not having trash slots. So you have to deal with all the problems. Trains derailing. Trains destroyed when they reach the end of the track. Instead of returning on the lower rail. Actually, I might want to look at that one later. Yeah. Also, only 1x1 machine platforms. Yeah, there are some challenges you could add to this to make your life a little bit more difficult. But let's get in manufacturing mode, because manufacturing mode is perfect for me. Absolutely perfect. So, instant recovery protocol. Welcome back, operator. Let's address it directly. Your vortex overheated and imploded. The facility is gone, the platform is gone, and your operational clearance has been, let's call it, suspended, aka revoked. We cannot you near a real factory right now. Regulations, you understand. I do understand. However, we're not unreasonable. You have a new job for you on the other side of the simulation, where the shapes that other operators delivered in the vortexes end up as thermally processed waste. Somebody has to deal with that. Take the damaged shapes, polish them, and bring them to the trade stations to exchange them for better shapes, emeralds, gold, and diamond. Collect enough, and you can begin assembling a new vortex platform at the Vortex Grand Assembler. Complete it, and we'll consider reinstating your factory clearance. No promises. And then I really recommend you read this, because this is important. You know. The operator acknowledges that the make anything machine clause subsection 971F may require dedication, which is beyond what is considered reasonable by most galactic labor standards. Vortex Limited reserves the right to modify, revoke, or spontaneously combust the operator license at any time without prior notice, reason, or remorse. Yep. It's worth reading. No spaghetti allowed. No. I'm promising that I won't make any. And then proceedly make some. You again, remember that little incident with your vortex? Yeah, we're fixing that today. Cool. Welcome to your dimensional waste receiver. All that dimensional waste has to go somewhere, and that somewhere is your problem now. Excellent. Process the waste at pollution station, then trade the results at trade stations for refined shapes. Rebuild your vortex platform. We'll consider giving you a real simulation again. No pressure. Okay, so we have our map. Maps are now a vortex, a spiral, which I think is a vast improvement. And my step number 1 is I need to make 200, I need to process 2,500 of those, which should be dead easy considering we have, most of the shape here already. So first thing I want to do is take some space belt, and I want to get away from this thing. Can I come out here? And can we come over to here? Cool. Can I have a platform? You. Okay. I'm going to have shape come in, and I essentially want to have half of that shape come out. I need 3 of these. No. Try again. I need to have 3 of these have full belt speed, so that's 3, that's 6. You're going to come in here, and then go there. You're going to come into here. Cool. So that should bring in magic shape, being this one, when the belt fills up, and put everything out the other side. Cool. Flip. Now, you are outputting 2 levels of a space belt worth. A space belt moves 480 items, 480 items per minute times by 12. My belts, when we get down to the platform layer, move 120 per minute. So I'm doing 480 on this platform, which is all coming from the bottom layer only. I want to copy this, move it up a layer. So now I can take off the top layer as well. And that's now I'm going to process 2 lots of 480. And I have 4 lots of 480 on this platform, on this belt. So I need to take my space belt and do that. Cool. Then I can take my space belt and merge it all back together. And that gives me my shape I need. And then that has to go to a polishing station, which does 60 times 12. So that only handles 2 belts. Two belts? That does 120. And I have... So just a 480, that does 60. So 60 is... So it's 60 times by 12 of them, but I don't have access to 12 of them. I only have access to 8 of them because I don't have the 3rd level unlocked. So it's 60 times 8, so it does 480 currently. So one of this does one of these. So I should be able to support 4 of those, I think. It could be 8. I don't know. We'll find out after you process and send all my resources along. Maybe I need to double this. I'm not sure. And I also got to keep an idea on keep account of my platform capacity because I'm burning through. So this says I need 8 of them, but I think it's lying to me. Yeah, that seems to be coming off very evenly. And... or maybe that one's backed up. You're flowing smoothly. You're flowing smoothly. You're not flowing smoothly, and you're not flowing smoothly. You do 480 times 12. And 12 divided by 3 lanes is 4 each. Oh, no. Okay, can I have 4? Is that right? It doesn't look like enough throughput yet now. Okay, so can I put that in there? Whatever. Okay, first milestone's unlocked. Cool. Alright, so this unlocks our Ruby level. So for Ruby, we get access to all of this. More importantly, we get access to trains. Okay. So, this takes in waste, and then this gives us polished waste. Polished waste has to go into our Ruby station to start unlocking goodies, but first off, I want to see, does this back up? It seems like it does. Oh. That seems like that would probably improve that output. Okay, fine. What happens if I do this then? I don't think you guys are actually... You're receiving, but you can't output. Okay, I need to work out output. Okay. Alright. Next thing I want to do is I need to have research credits. I need to unlock some goodies. And in the operator class, the only way to do that is by putting them in a donation station. So to put them in a donation station, I need to have this shape, which is conveniently 50% of it is coming out of here already. I just need to... damn, this looks wild. Turn visuals from last time I saw shapes. They've improved some things, but generally it's the same. It is shapes 2. It is shapes 2. So I need to get the other half of the shape, being 2 bits of triangle-y bits. And I do believe I have 2 bits of triangle-y bits over here. I do. So, can I have platforms, mining? Can I put you here? Can I put 3 behind you so we can get access to all the slots? Can I have this? Can I have this? Can I have this, and this, and this? Cool. Can I copy that and flip it and put that there? Can I take this, copy it, and have these uppies? Cool. Alright, so I have part of the shape. I need to take the output from here and merge it with the output from here. They are nowhere near one another, but that's okay. We could just have a temporary belt to start with. Can you come 3 miles this way? Can I have a platform, a double platform? And can I put that there? Okay, I want to have this and this coming here. Alright, so this is going to bring in our lower shape. Space view, you can come in here. Okay, and this is going to put in our upper shape as well. And then I need everything what you've rotated. Cut! Go over there. Can I have a little space platform? Excellent. Can I have my little space platform bring in a shape? We want to rotate it. I have 2 of these to get to my max throughput. So can I have those 2 and those 2? There, and there. Okay, so, no. This belt comes in. Oh, okay. Well, I can't line shit up. Shit up. What's new? Okay. This should give me 180 degree rotation on my bits. Flip. And then duplicate it so we can work on both the lower belt and that upper belt at the same time. And cool. Then I just need to merge these 2 together. Excellent. To merge 2 things together, we want a stack up. And if I put this in, and then I put this in, out the front, we should get the magic paste that I need. Excellent. Cool. Now I just need to fit in 8 lanes of that on this platform. Why is this stuff flowing? Okay, no, it's coming. Alright. So. I have 6 of these to have full belt speed. So that's 6. Okay. If that's 6, can I remove this? Can I take this through to here and into there? Can I have... Okay, that's 1. Okay, 3, 6. Can I get the second belt? Okay, you're in the way. The second belt. Okay, delete this. The third belt. I have this go here. And then I'm going to want another one here. And then the 4th belt. Okay, so this one comes up and goes in there. This comes up and goes in there. This comes up and goes into here. And this one comes up and goes into here. Okay, so 1 output. 2 output. 3 output. And then I need to deal with the top layer as well. There. Cool. Alright, so can I have this? No, can I have that part of this? Flip. You're going to come out on the top layer. You're going to come out on the top layer. You're going to come out on the top layer. And you... I come out the top layer. Cool. Then I need to get this crap. So you go in there, you go in there, you go in there, and you go in there. Great. You come down. And then can I have some launches and some catches? Can I turn off this? Thank you. Catch. Okay. So. Down and in there. Down in there. And down in there. Okay, if everything's gone to plan, you should all be correct. You should all be correct. And this should give me science points. Excellent. And I have a lot of these. It's all backed up because none of us running. Okay, I have potentially 8 of these, which means potentially I want to have 8 of these, which means... yeah. It means we start looking at trains. Launch the coaches. That's what capitalism is. Cowpot items from one island to the other. Yeah, that would work. One of your polishes isn't connected. It's now connected. Thank you. Yep. Oh, crap. Okay, first off, can I get... Okay, I'm going to plug you in just so you can start processing. Okay, can I have 1, 2, 3... this would be 4, 5, 6, 6.5, 7. I don't have enough material. Well, you're only going to run at half speed. That's my best answer. Okay, can I have this? Can we... No, can I have this? Yeah, can I have that? Can I do... 1, 2, 3... and then you be number 4. Okay, so then all I need to do is get my stuff, my gunk from here and bring it across. Or 800 platforms left. Okay, 800 platforms left. If I did... So I can run 4 of these. Can I have those 4? Can I have them? Can I have you? Okay, I want you to go here, 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 and here. Can I have 4 of these? They can go here for argument's sake. No. They go 1 tile further forward. Space belt. Okay, I need 1 more tile. Yeah, much better. Okay, so then into the back of those, I need to feed half this amount. So 2 of these. Oh, I can't have a cross. Okay. And then I can take a little belt of that and plug it into there and there. In theory, that should make this go burr. One, two. Can I have you here? Can we bring this in here and that to there? And 2. And then in theory... They've just started arriving. They're outputting. These guys should all turn green as parts arrive. Yep, green, you're happy. We need to fill up this over time. Yep, that started outputting. And then out of these, they can go into research stations. And this handles 480. So this is a full speed belt. Okay, so can I go to here? Can I gather all this up? So this is 4 belts worth at 3 layers high. And we have... we have... 2 belts, 4 belts, 6 belts, 8 belts, 10 belts, 12 belts. Is that right? So 2 of these should saturate one of these. There we go. Much better. Yeah, 2 of these should saturate one of these. So, are you running at full speed? You look to be running at full speed. You look to be running at full speed. If I click on one of these, it says it's running at 120. Eventually. Yeah, it's running at 120. It's running at 120. So that means I have 480 doubled, quadrupled. I want to put 8 belts in there. I don't have access to 12 belts yet. I have 8 belts worth. Like that instead. Okay. Either way, that should get us this, and that should get us some research points. And in theory, as this system boots up slowly, can I delete this? Can I delete this? As this system boots up, we shouldn't see any stuttering. Everything should just flow through at full speed. And if I could get... I can get 1 more on that side. I can get 1 more on this side. So I could put in 1 more. But that's it. Not without doing some really stupid things with mining area. But, how you doing, JT? Okay. Yep, that's running at full speed. Okay, alright, so. Okay, so to build a Ruby station, we have a Ruby station. I need to fill it in these shapes, which I have. I have a lot of them. But I also need to fit in a circle and a square. We have circles, which I've built over, and I have squares, which I haven't built over yet. Can I take this? Can I have this go over that? And now I have access to circles. Okay. Can I have access to... I don't need anything yet. Actually, I really want to have access to the cutter, so I get to keep the other half of the material I'm throwing out. Alright, can we unlock the cutting technology, please? Can I also get the other 2 rotators because they're relatively cheap? And then we can start on these. Okay, so I want to mine resources. I wish to have the rear end of a miner attached as well. Sorry, the rear end, thank you. Those. Alright. I need to have a circle that we need to put on top of a square. So can I have okay, turns out I don't want you after all. Well, that one I did want. No. So, my miners are putting things on the bottom tile. I would like to not give a shit. And can you put half your material on the top tile? Can you... No. Yeah, put half your shit on the top tile. Can you also... put half your shit on the top tile? Okay, can I delete those? Cool. Alright, now they just do both of them without a care in the world. Alright, can I take this, copy, and I need to have 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. Then can I get the rear end of the miner and fill that out? And then I need to take my... give me more points, thank you. I need to take my squares and put them down and put a circle on top. So if I take this... Oh. I want to have another lot. I can do 8 belts worth. 8 belts worth fills one of the space belts. So I need to have 2 more of you. Can I delete this? Delete that. Can I copy this? Can we go this way instead? What? Oh, you can mine on 2 different levels? Oh. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright. I want to have the stacky thing that I just made. And then we want to have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, each one of those does 2 belts in. So we put this here. We bring this to here, up, over the top, out 1, and down. Lower levels, zoom in. Cool. That's the shape I need. Excellent. Currently staring at 86 instruction set issues. I see that add a lot of features. What? Shit, my brain's gonna hurt with all these shapes. How the hell are you, Jenny? I've had a shit week. Full of everything that can go wrong. Tried its best to go wrong. But it has recovered, slowly. Can I take this? Flip. Can I put this here instead? Why are you staring at x86 instructions? Okay, then I want to load this on a train, and then I want to unload it somewhere close to this. Because that's my job. Okay. Okay, so I need to flip, load, 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 load. Rail, rail, rail. Train stop. I can shove this anywhere. So I have a train here with wagons. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's me load a chew. And then I want to take the chew to this. But this doesn't have to be here. This can be moved. work on compilers. Oh, that explains why you're looking at x86 instructions. Okay. Because it's like, not many people work on low-level stuff anymore. Which means finding bugs probably a whole lot harder. Okay, all of that can get deleted. That can get deleted. You come over here somewhere. Okay, so this is going to output my half X. No. No, it's not. No, it's not. Cut, go over there. Okay, this, I was destroying half the material. I don't need to destroy half the material anymore. Can I get a cutter? Can I get a better cutter? So you have... They just need to go into this. Orientation doesn't matter. Fitting them all in does matter. Okay, so can I go with one? Oh, this has 2 belts worth of output. Oh. I can merge the halves. Okay. You're a down. You're a down, you're a down, you're a down. Okay, I can merge all the downs together. And then the ups, I would have to... One more tile. I don't like that. It takes up way too much space. Alright. Delete. Try again. So take that out there. Nope. I can have you go up. So that has them above one another. And then the next one would have to go here, here, and I'm out of space. Okay, can I get a bigger platform? One, 2, 3, 4. That works. 4. up to the higher level, and you need to come in and you need to go to here. Higher level, you need to go to here. Turn this off. No, I need a tile. Oh, I wasted a tile at the end. Okay, can I delete that and that? And can everybody go one tile to the right? Oh. One tile to the right. Okay, so you can come in and you can actually go to the back. Delete that. Delete that. Okay, so you can come into here. All right, second one can come into here. You can go into here. You can go into here. You can head into this lane. You cannot do that. Flip. Flip. Cool. Now I can get the belt from here to here to here to down. Okay. Can I take the left-hand side and put it over the right-hand side? Select the whole tile and press I, O, O. O, clear contents is I. Nope. I is clear the contents. Okay. So, this should give me... Oh. 1, 2... I have too many belt outputs. Okay, no. Maybe I can work this. Okay. So I have... Oh my god. Press the right button, JD. Okay. I have this belt output that's going to go here. Then I have this belt output, which is going to go here. And then I have this one that needs to go there. That's a problem. I have this one that needs to go there. Okay. Can I have you go to here, to here, to here? Can I have a jump? And a catch? And I'll leave the surface. Jump. Catch and leave surface. Okay, so that's those four. Ideally, I want to do the other four as well. Okay, hang on. We can work this out. Okay, so you're going to go here. You're going to go here. You go this way, you go this way, you go this way. Okay, belt number 1, belt number 2, belt number 3. Oh boy, belt number 4. Okay, so fire. Catch. fire. This one can come this way. And you, sir. One more tile. Okay, not one more tile. You can go this way. Oh my god. Finding bars really easy, fixing them is harder. Okay. I would have assumed finding them would have been difficult, but... Alright, in theory that's the top half dealt with. The bottom half shall be out. That's the top half. Out. Right? He's right. It doesn't do that. It doesn't do that. Okay. Kev, well done. Okay. Oh, I have to keep all the belts flowing on this brakes. Okay. So, we're in operator mode. The biggest... Oh, and that's all on... one level. Oh. I need to put half of these on the lower level. Bugger. Okay, can I have you. Better. Okay. 50% chance, 50% chance I lost. Well. Alright, so, because we're in manufacturer mode, it's not about constantly finding new shapes to cut up and add to things. My limitation is how fast we can get these dead shapes out of here. Everything originates from here rather than everything has to go into the vortex, which is the old system. So this is my limitation: how fast I get shapes out of here, and how fast I can process them and maximize the what I do with them. So, can I have this deleted and refreshed? That refreshes all the belts. And I am feeding in bits. Can I delete this? Delete this. So I'm feeding in bits that are on different sides of the belts. But even though they go in on different sides, they all come out on the exact same side when they come out of these machines, which is very nice to know. Okay, so you are processing 2 belts in and then giving me 4 belts out. And this thing can run 8 belts worth. So if I take this and I put this here, feed this in here, feed that into there, feed that into there, that should be, this now space belt is running at full speed, and then that can feed 8 of these guys. Great. Clean. Okay. After I have 8 of these guys, I need to feed in my circle square here and my other one here. And my other one is this shape coming out of here, stacked on one on top of another. So where is my stacky stacky? You're a stacky stacky. Can I have a stacky stacky? Can I have a stacky stacky somewhere? Okay. So I need to have 4 belts of this being combined. Oh, hang on. What's your output speed? Your output speed is 60 times. No, I need to have all 8 of these on a single belt. I think. I need empty belts. Yeah, that looks like a full belt's worth. Okay, so I need to have 8 of these on a full belt. And then... okay, plug that in there and plug that in there. And I'm willing to bet this is broken. This can have both halves stacked on top of one another. So I need to take 50% of them and rotate them. And leave 50% as is. We have a rotating component somewhere. That one. That rotates. Okay. So can I take the rotating part? Can I put the rotating part here? A belts in. Hopefully the correct part out. Excellent. And then that needs to go into that. Okay. And to do that, I want to chew. Can I have a chew, please? What are you just cutting to join for the red station? So this is manufacturing mode. Manufacturing mode is very different because I had a vortex and I blew it up. And consequently, I only get waste shapes now, which are very burnt. I can't even click on the shape. It sucks. So burnt shapes need to come out. And then they need to go into a polishing station. Polishing stations are going to clean up my burnt shapes. The problem is they can only handle 50% of a burnt shape at once. And then they're going to give me polished shapes, which have had the burnt removed. But then for them to go into a trade station, I need to put in a full polish X star plus sign thing, and also a normal circle square. And then I got to do that hopefully with trains, because things are going to start scaling very fast. And that's the whole point of the brand new mode, is things scale very differently. You don't have lots of little micro factories that you end up destroying everything. Everything you build, you keep. Can I have that? Can I put that in there? Okay, so that should give me a chew, which should have every second wagon loaded. That is a station, right? That's an immediate stop. Claim. Okay, so then I need this. And can we put you... Yeah, fuck it, you can go over there. Okay, can I have my chew track? Can you come to... Here looks good. And over there. Alright, so I want to... have a train stop. I want you to unload here, 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 and here. Okay. And then I regret this one already. Can I flip it? Can I put you on the same track? I have no idea. Chew. And then goes under, and then does it come back to where it came from? No. Well, that's a problem. I think I need to have 2 different colored trains to do this. Okay. Well, you don't get a train anymore. Can I have a unloader? Copy, paste. Can I actually put that on the higher level? And then we'll just use a belt to go down. Now trains are also multi-level, just to make things even more confusing. Decorations, trains. Train launcher, no, train catcher, train track, train track go up, train track go in there. Respawn my train, because the other one died. One of these days I should install this game. Considering how much you've been spending on modulus, yes. So in theory, I'm making a full lot of these at full speed. You're behind the others. I don't know why. I'll have multiple packages ready to go. Okay. And therefore, I need a new train. New train, please. More chew. Come on, new chew. I need new chew to come along. New chew come in here. New chew get... Really? There's no animation. Okay. What? Oh, my chew is definitely not working. Okay. shop, trains, unlock station space or building stops with gaps between loaders or unloaders. Okay, I need one of those. Station spacer. Can I put that here and here and here? Now chew? Oh, now chew. Much better. Okay. Here, and here. Here, and here. And here, here. Okay, and now you unload a shit ton at once. Hey, way better. Okay, I feel like I'm overloading the belt. Can I cut that? Have that go there instead? Alright. So I have one cartridge worth. That's a relatively short train trip, but you know. Oh no, there's a cartridge here, cartridge here, cartridge here. Okay, we're getting there. Says it's running at 120. Says it's running at 70 per minute. That seems like it's underclocked. That's definitely running at 120. That's definitely not running at 120. Why does this have gaps? Why is that one belt running at 60? Oh. Okay, well that explains that. Alright. So I've now delivered enough ruby trains that we get to unlock sapphire trains. Oh, sapphire trading station. Which the sapphire trading station requires red squares. Cool, we have red squares. Also requires circles on red squares and blue squares. Cool. And you're going to be a separate nightmare because you need to have 3 different inputs, which means loading and unloading with trains is going to be a whole lot harder. Alright, so, oh, and this has to be, so this is the waste part. Oh yeah, so that's the waste part already painted red. So I need to have blue squares. Yep, I don't have nearly enough squares. Cool. And then I need to have circles. I have circles. And underneath circles, I need to have this one. Okay, can I have... Oh, God. I wish to have S. Yeah, S. S is the pointy bit. An S. Yeah. And then an S. And then preferably another S. Oh, I have one right there. I have 4 S. Okay. So I have this. And I have circle. Yep. And we just need to paint one of them. And then I need to find a R uh, uh, okay, it's got paint on it. That's fine. I can repaint it. Or I have another one down there. Okay, we have a plan. I have a plan to get into painting. I also have a plan. Like I only polished half a shape. Makes sense, yeah. But my other plan is I need to buy a break first. So, give me 2 seconds. I can't play follow the train or anything. But we can at least hopefully make sure the station keeps working. I'll be right back. Lower train not stopping because it's full? Yep. They're all full because the red one's not getting removed. The only process that's still moving is this one. Only because these thingies don't have an output. They just eat everything, which is funny because... Oh. Oh. Well, it's a 0-point unlock. Decorations. Stations. You can unlock the... Okay, so you unlock the polishing station B, which takes in a half-polished shape plus a shape you can make, and then gives you more unpolished shapes, which you can go through and polish again. You can also unlock the research station, which I don't really want to do, but I do sort of want to do. Operator? Yeah. So if I ran a research station instead, I would get out more unpolished shapes, which then I could go through the process of polishing. And if I polish them, I could then feed them into... What are we doing? Not this one. I could then feed them into more red stations. Yeah. So this is your catch. You're always tied up to... You only have so much unpolished stuff you can start with. But research credits, I would like to have more parts. Food tech. Not really. I really want actually the 3rd machine level. Platform capacity. No, we're not running into an issue with that. I don't really need train capacity either, or train speed. No, I think we're just going to save for a little while longer. Okay, so I need to have circles. Okay, can I have circles? Can I have that? 2, 4, 6, 8. Then can I have squares, which were where? I had a square over here somewhere, right? Down there. Or I had one over here. Can we have this one? Okay. And then I need to... Oh, and I also need red stars, which are here. Okay. Can I have... Actually, can I have this one go here? And it's easier if I put the whole lot on a belt. So I have like a starting position. Okay, so I want to have mining, asteroid pump. Okay. You do 300 liquid per minute. Okay, and then they changed pipes. Pipes now have infinite throughput, which is great. But a pipe launcher does 1200. And pipes have infinite throughput. So I just do this and sorry, that and that and call it a day. Oh, that makes life so much easier. Copy. Flip. So 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 and 12. Okay. So that'll do what I want. And I don't know if I need as much as I do when it comes to paint as I do as parts, but we're just going to assume I do for right now. Okay, a platform. Can we put a platform here? Can I bring this shape into the platform? And can I get space pipe, which has 28.8 thousand liters per minute times 12. Fucking hell. $28.8 $28,800 divided by 12 is you do 2,400 per 2,400 paint per lane. So only 2 of these fill 1 lane of space pipe. So that fills 1 lane, that fills a 2nd lane, that fills 2 of these, fill a 3rd lane, you 2 fill a 4th lane. Okay. Alright, that's different. Okay. Over here. Painting tools. So you're gonna do... I'm gonna have 4 of these to fill a belt. And I need 4 of these per 1 catchy thing, right? 1,200. Yep. Okay, what can we do with pipes? If I take this and I put this here, I have to bring a belt in here, a belt in here, a belt in here, and a belt into here. Cool. Then I can take a pipe. Okay, that didn't connect to anything. Okay, so then I have to take a pipe. The pipe would have to go where the belt is. And then reach into there. And then hopefully these two talk to one another. Hopefully. Alright, can I put this 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, you're going to come in and you're going to go to here. You're going to be the output. You're going to be the next output. You're going to be another output. And you're going to be the final output. And then ideally... a lower level and an upper level, ideally. Okay. So, okay. Parts in. So you actually go to here. You go to here. Delete this. You go to here. You go to here. Upper level means you go to here. You go to here. One more down in web. And you go to here. Is that correct? Oh. Definitely not. Go away. Okay, you go to here, and you go to here. Cool. Alright, so that is parts in. Okay, and then I need to get pipes in, and that means you're going to have a jump, and you're going to have a jump, and I think that's all the jumps I need. And then we need to have a catcher. And then we need to have... So I need to have 1,200 liters per minute for you, and you. So that's four of those, and I need to do 4 for the other side as well. So hopefully, if I plug that, ooh, no, can I remove that? So if I, pipe into here, pipe into here, delete, pipe into there. Why not the second part compact to the second level instead of up and down? What? Why not the second part complete in the second level instead of go up then down? What do you mean? I don't understand. Say again using different words. You were waiting to do this, so for 1.0, now 1.1, now 2.0? Yes, Secretary. Again, I don't understand you. Say again using different words. I enjoyed Shapes Shapez2 when it first came out. I really enjoyed it, but it just didn't make any traction on the channel. We're gonna try again. Can I do that? Can I do that? I think that works. I think that works. Bring me paint. Tubes and tubes of paint. Clean. Sorry, I was responding to somebody else's old message. Oh, there you go. Paint go in. Do I have... You have trash. Blueprints. This is the most useful blueprint there is. This one. Just trashes everything. Great for testing throughput numbers. Infinite liters per minute. Excellent. That looks like it's going at full speed. Oh, I just realized this is turned off. Okay, it still sounds turned off. Right, they're all doing 120. Cool. You can actually make tractors in Farm Sim now? Crazy Pete, I would have no idea. If you play Farming Sim, you should be able to make tractors on the channel. No way! No, 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 no! Green Tractor Company would never allow you to make your own tractors. I don't remember the name of the thing. John Doe, John Moore, John something, whatever. They wouldn't allow it. Okay. Okay, so that gives me red triangles that I need to put a circle on top. On top comes from the right. Merge together, up, across. No. Two, three, four. So I have red triangles. Undo. Turn that pipe. I want to ship them down here. And I want to ship them in here. Okay, so can I have a train? Can I have a train stop? Can I have a unload here? Why are you saying no? Oh, the unload's on that side. They don't have station, spacer, 1, 2, 3. And I need this basically in reverse for loading. Loading, please. Oh, okay, so then I need to have a depot. Okay, and what is unlock spatial wagon? Okay, used to space out other wagons. Place behind a locomotive depot and to add a spacer wagon on the train. So, what does the spacer wagon cost? Three. So I don't know what it costs, so I unlock it. Well, I'm not unlocking it then. Oh. Come on, then. So I want to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just because we like odd sizes, obviously. Okay, I have Just on the main. How you doing? Alright, so this is taking my red parts. Drive my red parts over to my triangle. My red triangles over to my circles. And you don't show me an output yet because I need to actually have a train unload. And then I should get to see my output. Come on, shoot. Hello? Oh, why is the track going backward? It was going the right way when I dragged it. I just assumed it would just all go down the correct direction rather than the fact that I was dragging backward. It complained! Okay, so it brings in my red triangles, and then I get red triangles under circles. Excellent, cool. Can I have a chew stop, a loader here, here. Then I need to have a spacer here, and then I need to have you 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 4. A bit of track that goes from there to there. Okay, you can start loading up with parts. Not going to do anything with them yet, but they can be loaded. Okay, so then I need to go to blue and square. Okay, now I need to go back to coloring. Can I take my coloring in station? Oh, alright, fine. Just give me my... I can do that? What? Hang on. I want to have this. Plus I want to have this. Oh, I can select multiple things. That makes life so much easier. I need blue squares. So we need to have blue. Blue. And then square. Square come this way. Blue go this way. And 1, 2, 3, 4. In. Oh. And in. And train stop. No, it's that one tile. Load. Spacer station here. Yeah, that doesn't look like an actual station. Then you can have a depot here. Then you get 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A bit of train track that goes from there to there. Alright, that should give me blue squares. That's space built. Can I have space pipe? Much better. And my squares are on their way. Okay, so she gave me blue squares. So I need to just take my blue squares, my other things, and my other things, and slam them into these things. Can you go... Fuck if I know here. Copy. Unload. Here. That's not gonna work. Alright, so space belt in, space belt in, space belt in, space belt in. Turn off that layer. Can I get a train stop here? Can I get a unload here, 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 and here? Can I get tracks to go through the whole thing? Okay, so that means my blue squares, which are over here. Delete. Load, 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 load. I do. Space pipe. That goes there. That goes closer, and then we just grab a train loco. 3, 6, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 4. 4. Okay. Very good. Okay. So, Chu would go from here to... here. Can I... How do I save a location again? Aha! Probably going to need more than one train for that one. Check on the new game. Game got an update. Square, 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 blue square. What is this? Double talk, double talk, double talk. It's blue squares. Just wait until Ellie says double double. Then you know he orders his coffee from Tim Hortons. G'day, hentai. I love the platform design part of the game. It's fun to try and fit everything on the platform. Space belt trains are okay, but not nearly satisfying. Crazy Pete, that's why they're the two things they updated. They updated trains and they updated space belts and pipes. So I need to not see the top level. Hide you. I need to delete this and delete this and delete that. I then need to go back to a train station. I have the gaps put in, and then the train should work. Okay, so that is... I need to get my circles over here as well. Okay, so I need to have a train station on the higher level. Here. With an unload. Unload, and unload, and unload. I then need to have the gaps put in. And then I need to have a bit of belt go in here. Bit of belt go in here. Bit of belt go in here and a bit of belt go in here. So I need you to load in this configuration, please. You. Cool, glad you're full of parts. I'm about to rip out everything. Oh no, hang on, that's not the final product. Final product's down here. Yeah, can I rip out this? Remove that, remove that, remove that, remove that. Can I have loading? Here, here, here. I have space belt go here, 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 and here. And I need to have a chew depot, which needs to have 3, 6, 9, 10. Great. 15 and 15, and then this goes in here. Cool, that seems better. And this goes to here. Okay, so that should start making those. Fine. Oh, no, I haven't brought my red ones over. Red ones are here. Okay, we have a chew full of red ones. Bug up! Red ones and unloady loady. Excellent. Okay. How's it going, JD? Fine. It's just been a very long week. I've had lots of things go wrong. Hence why the sponsored video for Shapes went out. It's like 6 hours late because YouTube didn't process it, and I had a hard drive fail. Not an important hard drive, just, you know, the one that made the editing software be editing and working. Didn't have any data on it, just had, you know, cache files and other useless things that turns out the editing software gets very grumpy that if it can't access, where it can access it, but it can access it incredibly slowly, and it's not a complete failure, it's just a partial failure. If it had been a complete failure, then it would have just made my life easier. Yep. Cool, quota complete. Okay, more quotas, please. And wagon transfer platform station. Oh, unlocks. Allowing you to quickly exchange packages between wagons. Oh, so that was one of the things we were missing. Unlocks a new train stop where trains will always stop and wait until fully unloaded or loaded up to 60 seconds. Oh, that's nice. And fluid wagons. Okay. Oof. I have time to play because I know I'll spend way too much once I start. So the best thing, next best thing here, and still end up going to sleep way too late. But whatever, I'll sleep with a job. My boss won't mind much, I hope. Life ain't easy. Else everyone would do it. Wait, that doesn't sound right. No, it does sound right. Okay, blue squares. Are blue squares taking a long time, or just? I don't have paint. You don't have paint. I see the problem. Cool. Alright. Well, glad that wasn't broken at all. Or nothing important like that. So do I have a locate train? Select connected. Select all connected structure. No. Clone structure. Save blueprint. Cut section. Clear contents. Destroy. Find Eth Traineth. Oh, there he is. Yeah, but we need a second train. I don't know, it wasn't running, so it's hard to tell. We have to fill up this whole thing so then it spits out one package. And then it can load on the train. And the train's going out. Fuck off, because nothing was ready. So I could double this. I could double that. I could double circles. I could double stars. I could potentially double this. Okay, so you've dropped off one package. And how many packages are sitting here waiting for you to pick up? 2. Okay, can I have this double? No, just that part. Double. I have 2 trains. Oh, I think I want to do this. Yeah, that way they go over the end. And then we can just put more on the line. My other option is I could line it up. So we're loading in station 1, 4. I could have this one load up in stations 2, 3. I have to make all the trains 12 long. And I could do this one. No, this one I have to redo. I'd have to reload it differently. I have to make the train longer. And make multiple trains do all 3 of them. I don't like that idea. Okay, can I move you forward a tile? Can I track and put that there? You need to become 2 longer, which I think destroyed the train. So then this train track Oh, it has to travel on top all the way. Train comes out. Oh. One of those as well. Okay, respawn again. Train loads. I'm gonna click on the train. Have the camera follow the train. Crew, well done. Well done. I don't have any red ones. I have lots of red ones. Why for train not have any? Okay, now it has red ones on it. And a blue lot's been dropped off, and another blue lot's been dropped off right now. And then you guys are going to come in here and you're going to pick up these ones. Yeah. Next one, I'll pick up more. And the next one, I'll pick up even more. They're being dropped off. Okay. Can I complete the milestone? Now we have emerald stations. And you guys start outputting blue things. Can I have this? Okay, you don't have any packages. You guys have multiple of the other packages, so... And you're not stopping. Okay, so can I take this? Can I duplicate it here? That worked. They dropped off stuff. Okay. I want this duplicated here. And then this will have to go here. I think. Yeah. Again, can I put an extra one of these in the end? Alright. In theory, this looks like it's working. But Shapez2 1.0? Yes, Shapez2 1.0. But I have multiple packages here. So can I have you have a friend? Oh. And then over here I have some packages. So can I copy this? Can I put this here? And you get an extra friend as well. Okay. Alright, so 4,600. No, still don't have enough. Okay. Alright. Rockets. Emeralds. Oh shit. So I put squares in one side and then not squares in the other. Which way is this track going? This track's going this way. Okay, can I have this bit of track walk off and can it go, yep. And that way I can delete this. And all of that. And all of that. Markers. How do I delete markers? I don't remember. I don't remember how to delete markers. Ah. Copy. This marker. Right to edit. I want you to be. You're gonna be. No name. Okay. Alright, so I need to do this, which means I need to have circles and half bits. Okay, so first thing is I want to have a circle, followed by a circle. Actually, followed by a any, followed by a circle. Oh, that's a whole circle. Can I put a marker? Close. Good enough. Hey, that's the piece I want. New marker. It's hyphen 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 hyphen. Okay, and then I want to have W W? Oh, right here. Add a marker. It is so not right. I want this one. Add a marker. No, that one. Okay, so I have that one, and then outside builds thing. Is there anything different about manufacturing? No, for making builds. For making builds, no. The biggest thing is manufacturing mode. You're going to be limited by this. So this is your raw output, and to get to the next level of you definitely need a star for input. I don't think I can feed that many, but this maybe it's not backed up. It definitely looks backed up. Okay, the biggest difference is we have waste. Okay, waste needs to then be polished to get you unwasted type, and then to go to the next stage you need to put that into a ruby station. So ruby stations are over here, and for every unit you put in with a random shape you can make off the map, you get 1 unit out. And then your ruby parts go to your sapphire parts. So for every 1 unit you put in, you're going to get 1 unit out. And then from there, you're going to have to go to emeralds. And for every 2 units you put in, you're going to get 1 unit out. And then I don't know. So your limitation is always going to be how quickly you can get parts out of our waste station. And there's ways to work around that. If we go to trades, if I put into a research station this shape, which I'm already making, and rather than putting it into a research station, I'm putting it into a donation station. Donation station doesn't have an output, but if I was to put it into a research station instead, I would wrong button. Other wrong button. I could get out a part of a waste. So then I could go back and reconfigure this to make myself more ruby parts. Just the same as the sapphire ones, I could put in this shape instead, and I get out pre-polished parts. If I go up to emerald, I could put in that shape, which XU means it's been polished. So the blue and the red at the bottom. So I'd have to use part of and this blue here. So I'd have to use some partially polished shapes, right? Yes, I'd have to use some partially polished shapes to then get out partially green polished, just the same as I could here. So this would be obviously cheaper. So I'm going to be using, this is using 8 and 8, whereas this is using 8 and 2. No, 4 and 2. So rather than using a total of 8, yeah, this is going to use 4 and 4. So this is going to use 6. And then at this stage, same story. I can put in different trays and I can get in different items. All right, so on and so forth. So you're limited by, your progress is strictly limited by your waste station and how well you process things So still the same more steps. There's no need to remove anything. Anything I put down is permanent because there's no jobs tab. There's no jobs tab with all those temporary shapes you had to put together once to get some science boost and some platform boost. They don't exist. So you are limited to operator thingamajiggy bobs, which now I don't have. So I need to set this up to make this. So circle. So if I take my red squares and I paint them, I can put them in here to make operator points. Can I close that? Is there a way to pin this? No. Yes. So if I took circles and red and squares, what do I have squares? I have squares here, but I don't have many. I have some. Okay, I have some. And if I painted them and put circles on top, which I have circles, and then I could put them in a research station as well. Or I could... not that tab. That tab. I could put them in here and get out half-polished ones. And then you can also unlock, where is it? Shop. Stations. So you can also unlock alternative stations to get out even more options. So I can put some half polished in there with a random shape and get back 4 basic unpolished ones again, which I could run back through a polishing process. So manufacturing mode is designed so you don't have to rip up everything. Basically unlimited mode. Yeah, pretty much unlimited mode. It's more about how big you can scale things and how far you want to take that scaling. I have red here. Okay, can I have a paint module, please? Also, are you keeping up yet? Nope. Can I have another... Oh, no, hang on. Oh, now we're not just disposing of things. So everything's going to back up. Do I get anything out of this processing? No. So whether this process or not doesn't make an ass of a difference to me. Okay, I guess you can just sit there backed up. Okay, can I have a paint module? And we're gonna put you here. Cool. Can I get some painters? I should start making blueprints. One, two, three, four. Okay, can I have... no, I don't want a space belt. I want a space pipe. Pipe goes here. Pipe goes up. Pipe goes here. Pipe goes here. Pipe goes here. Pipe goes here. Copy that. Paste. Paste. Cool. Alright, let's paint. Guess we missed one thing from earlier. Quick delivery by making trains jump to the vortex. Yeah, that doesn't exist either. There's not going to be any train jumping into the vortex. Which, look, I mean, it looks really impressive the first time you do it, but then it just becomes the status quo. But now we also have layer 1 and layer 2 and... Layer 1, layer 2, and layer 3 for space as well. Which... Okay. Maybe there isn't 3 layers. Or maybe I have to unlock it later. Okay, I maybe regret unlocking that early. Okay, alright. Because none of my things are going to use the 3rd level yet. Okay, so I have... whatever. I have that much. Can I take this through to here and feed it into those? Okay, so it's going to paint them, and I need to have circles, which again, I don't have a lot of room. Well, let me just take 4 of those and plug them in there. And I'll just siphon off 4 of these. Bring these this way. Alright, where's the stacky platform? You're a stacky platform, aren't you? You are. Cool. I want to put circles on top of squares, so... you, and you. And then I can just... yeah, I can support 2 of these. So you do 480 times by 12 lanes, and I have 480 times by 4 lanes. Saved a lot of work on the delivery and from remote quick delivery by making trains jump in the vortex. Yeah, it did. But also the thing at home base was limited. You only had so many lanes in, and your trains and your space belts had a lot more capacity. I'm pretty sure, I'd have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure belts originally only moved 60. They didn't move 120. And now they move 120, and then we can upgrade them from there. And also, just importantly, now when you upgrade things, everything upgrades together. So you end up upgrading your belts, your machines, your platforms, your space belt, your everything in one click, rather than trying to always constantly keep them like leveled up at the same rate. Yeah. Can I delete this? That's exactly what I want. Oh. And I have 480 times by 2, because there's 2 levels to this. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. And you say you handle 480 times 12. But realistically, you should handle 480 times 8 on just one of them. For just 2 layers worth. All the circles are here. The squares should have been here for ages. Oh. No, the squares had to travel as well. Okay, so squares are just getting here. And I don't know if I actually have enough throughput on this. I have... 480. So I have 4 belts worth. But you process... oh, you process twice that amount. So I have 4 belts worth, not 8 belts worth. Delete. And circles are going to be the same, aren't they? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can only do space for you, please. I can only do half that amount. Nope. There we go. That's processing through. That's processing through what little there is. And... Alright, you're done and you're done. Okay, so can I delete this? Can I delete that? You should now run at full speed. Then see, I see this, I'm like, is it backing up? Realistically, I just need to find a circle and a square somewhat near on the circle. Circle. I have squares here. Be painted anyway. Circle. Square. More faster choo-choo. I added more trains. Lots of trains. Okay, can I have this? Can I put this on... where was this? So I need to have squares here. Red paint here. Red paint here. And circles are here. I have red paint right here. Okay, can we put this on red paint? Thank you. Can I go to this? Okay, you're dead. You're dead. Can I go like this? How you doing, Inter? Can I put this here? Can I go get circle miners? Square miners will do. I don't care. So that's 2 full belts worth. Okay, that's 2 full belts worth right there. Okay, so if I take that and I put that on my circles. And then I need to go put them on my squares, which were down here. That's 2 full belts worth. Wagon load. Okay, so this should be a nice, easy, normal train. Like so. Can I get a train stop? Depot. Here, wagons, 1, 2, 3, 4. Copy, paste to presto, train track. That's gonna go there. That's gonna go there. I'll pop over. We're going to where? Here. Done. Yeah, gimme. Alright, so. Then I need to train stop somewhere. Unload 1, 2, 3, 4. Then duplicate that somewhere. And we're going to assume you give me a full belt out. So that should be able to go into there. My paint. First lot of paint comes up and goes into this. Second lot of paint goes up and goes into this. Straight through to here, please. Space belts. You guys come out and go into here. My circles. 1, 2. Space belt out of circles. Over to here. Oh. 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 Well, that's just annoying. Alright, space belt. You're gonna go this way instead.